is Tuesday, 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 Tuesday. What's happening, man? It's your pal Malan. It's Tuesday, July 18th, and it's 7:50 in the AMs in the morning. So we're drinking coffee. So it's a good time for some coffee cheers. Coffee cheers to you, your friends, your family, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the little old lady who lived in a shoe. Hope you're having a good week. I haven't done an update like this in a while. Last week I put up a music video. Thanks for watching that and commenting. And I'm going to do a follow-up and talk more about that another time. But today I wanted to get on and talk to you about what's been going on the last week. 9 days. I'm just starting my second week as a vegan, as an attempt at being a vegan again. I attempted this once before after watching the documentary Forks Over Knives or something like that, one of those horrific documentaries where they show you where meat comes from and what's happening, and it's just horrific. I watched it, and any human being that watches that documentary and doesn't at least think about stopping eating meat, and if you're not horrified by the meat industry, then there's something, I'm suspicious of you. Like maybe you just don't have any sensitivity. I don't know. But it affected me very badly, and I stopped eating meat immediately and started eating beans, lentils, vegetables, and I wouldn't eat fruit. I was still scared of fruit back then, that it would make me fat. So I was eating mainly vegetables and beans and legumes and a couple vegetarian burgers. And it just didn't work. After about 3 days, I was sick. I didn't do any research on it. This was about 5 years ago. I didn't do any research. I just started eating lettuce and cucumbers and black beans and stuff. I felt terrible, made me sick. So after about 3 days, I went back to eating meat and forgot about it. The documentary kind of went out of my head. But lately it started creeping up on me again. There's a lot of talk of veganism online, and I eat a lot of meat. Over the last few years, I used to joke with my friends that my apartment is a factory for chicken genocide. I said those words because it's true. Like I could go through 5 chicken breasts in a day, 4 chicken breasts in a day, easy. For years, and throw in a steak somewhere in there, ground turkey, all that. I'm a meat-eating factory. I've never felt great about it, and I always have thought that if I could go vegan, I would, but I tried once and I failed. But it crept up on me again, and I started doing some research, started following a lot of, or not following, but watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to do it properly by people all over the map. There's a guy called Simmet Nutrition. There's Vegan Hustle TV, So True Q. I'll link these into the description. All really cool guys. They're all in great shape, and they're all vegan. And I even looked in on Vegan Gains. His channel's got some great information, although he's so sarcastic and weird that it's hard to deal with. But some good info. And then a lot of women's vegan channels too. Freely, the Banana Girl, I was watching that for a while, and a few others I forget. But I was mainly focused on seeing what the male vegan bodybuilders were doing. Because I'm not a bodybuilder, but I like that. I like to be in shape, and so I let them be my guide. And these guys taught me more in a few days than could have learned in a class in a year or two. It's the great thing about YouTube. You can learn absolutely anything you want to learn. Like, don't ask questions. Just get on YouTube, type it in, how to, whatever your question is. How to build a birdhouse, how to make a website, how to play an E chord. You can teach yourself how to speak Spanish. Someone will teach you online. And these guys did. So thank you to Vegan Hustle TV, So True Q, and Simmet Nutrition, because, I don't know you guys, but you have helped me in a big, big way to do something I've always wanted to do, but didn't know how, and, was kind of stuck. But And I'm not even saying that I'm going to stick with it forever, but if I can stay feeling the way that I feel now, I'm good. So what I've done is, the big changes that I've made is I eat a lot of fruit. In the morning, I eat about a huge bowl of fruit, like a big bowl of fruit. Bananas, mangoes, strawberries, dried strawberries, just all kinds of stuff in there. I put sliced almond nuts, and some hemp seeds. The hemp seeds are packed with protein. And that's my breakfast. And then for snacks, I have fruit. For lunch, I'll have lentils or beans, maybe make bean burritos, something like that. Maybe a big bean salad. And for dinner, something like tofu and a couple baked potatoes. And I'm good to go. A few snacks in between. And that's been working for me really well. The first 3 days of this adventure, I ate meat. I had one meat meal a day just because I had all this meat in my house, and it's hard to get off. You feel like you're scared you're going to die if you stop eating meat for a day. I was. You're like, oh man, I'm going to shrink, I'm going to lose muscle, I'm going to be deficient in all these vitamins. But after 2 days of doing that, I just said, screw it, no more meat, maybe 3 days. And I jumped off the tether, and I'm now in the vegan waters. For the last 7 days straight, I've had no meat, no animal products in any way, shape, or form, other than some casein protein powder that I had that was really expensive and that was still here, and I used it a few days to boost up my protein numbers. And I feel great, man. Everything's been going good. I made a few mistakes where I ate way too many beans in one day, and let's just say that I was kind of not in a good way for about a day. But I'm learning, and I'm eating so many more fruits and vegetables. It's unbelievable. The fruit I've fallen in love with. I put cayenne pepper on the fruit. It tastes fantastic, and I'm getting better at cooking. Last night I made stuffed portobello mushrooms and russet potato wedges, baked. It was amazing. I couldn't believe how good it tasted. I am low on protein. I was previously getting between about 150 to 200 grams of protein a day. And right now I'm set at about 100. So that I'm going to see what happens. So far I've lost no strength in the gym. Any strength that I might have lost on the lift was probably due to I've been kind of on a diet anyway. But nothing significant. There's no significant change so far. But it's only been 9 days. We'll see. I'm going to track that. If the lifts fall apart, then we'll rethink the protein numbers. But right now I'm doing 100. And it's been going really well, like I said. And last night, I kind of really took the final plunge because I had a bunch of meat products and a bunch of egg whites and a bunch of frozen or Fage Greek yogurt, all of this dairy and animal product still left in my house that I had paid for, and I didn't really want to waste. I didn't want to throw it away. So I thought I'm just going to eat it. And part of me, it was kind of like a lifeline. I know I have that meat in there. If I want some chicken, I can have it. I probably had 6, 7, maybe 8 chicken breasts in the freezer, ground turkey. I had several tubs of Fage Greek yogurt. I ate those things 1 to 2 a day every day, and then all kinds of meat. And last night I was watching Vegan Hustle TV. I forget which episode it was, but he said common questions for vegans. What do I do with the animal products that I have in my house? Should I go ahead and eat them? Or people will say, yeah, I'm going to be a vegan, but first I'm going to clear out these animal products that I've paid for. And that's what I thought. I said, my mom taught me not to waste food, so I'm just going to eat this stuff. But his advice was no, screw that. If after looking at some of the information, he's like, I can't get behind telling someone to just go ahead and finish off these animal products that are, in some people's opinion, bad for you ethically and physically. There's a lot of arguments that animal products aren't good for us at all. I'm not saying they are or aren't. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy trying things out. But he said his advice was no, get rid of it. Don't eat any of it. He said I couldn't prescribe anyone to take one more bite of animal food just because they had already paid for it. If it's going to make them sick, it makes no sense. It's like, well, eat that rotten apple, that's covered in moss and fur and mold because we paid for it, and you can't recommend that. So that was his thinking. And I took that and I said, you know what? Yeah, I need to make the jump. If I'm going to make the jump, let me make the jump. There's meat everywhere. If I ever need it, I can just get it. So I started thinking up all the food I had in my refrigerator, and there was a lot of it, and I thought I can't just throw it away. I mean, I was going to throw it away, but I said, let me just try this, because my mom taught me we don't waste food in my house, right? So I got on Craigslist. I made up a quick thing in the free stuff, and under the free stuff category, and I just wrote, I'm going vegan. I'm trying it out. I'm giving away all my meat products, and I had frozen chicken pizzas, you know, frozen chicken breast, frozen turkey, ground turkey. I had all this Fage Greek yogurt, and it was free. I just put it in bags. You can come pick it up. You can have it for free. And I wondered, you know, will people accept free food from Craigslist? Because I'd rather give it to someone who needs food than just throw it away like, you know, like I would normally do. So I posted the ad and left it alone for a while, and after about 45 minutes, no one had responded. And I thought, well, yeah, it's probably kind of weird. Who, you know, picking up food from someone you meet on Craigslist, like, who knows? But then, boom, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people emailed me, and everyone was saying, we could use it. I could use it. I'll come get it right now. And it made me feel really good, man, because I always feel bad throwing away food, because I know, you know, it's so weird. We throw away so much food. Like, I read a stat that said in America, we throw away something like 40% of our food gets thrown away, just into garbage dumps. And I always feel bad about that, and doing this made me feel really good. The girl emailed me. She was the first one, so we made arrangements. She came to my building, and I took every meat and animal product in my entire place, put it into bags, and gave it to her, all unopened, you know, most of it frozen. It was perfect, and she was excited. I mean, I don't know who she's supporting, maybe just herself, maybe she has a family, they needed food, so I feel good about that. Now I'm starting to feel good about everything. I'm trying to get off the death meat wagon. I gave away food to someone who needs it, and you know, it's just 2 more steps in the right direction of being able to sleep at night, knowing that just for me, I'm doing as much as I can to make this hellhole that we live in a little bit better of a place, like a tiny corner of this crazy place we live in. Here with you guys and in my little personal life, I can make that a little bit better. So it was a good feeling. When I gave her the groceries, I went to bed last night and I said, you know, today was a good day. I feel pretty confident that I know how to be a vegan now. And the trick is, am I just going to stick with it or not? We'll see. This is like the 3rd time I've tried. But what do they say? 3rd time's the charm? All I know is this. 13 minutes in, we got to go. That's enough. I just wanted to share the story of what I'm doing, give you guys some nice video to watch that's not horrific, crazy news that Twitter and Facebook and all the media organizations are shoving down our throats. I wanted to give you just a little something to watch, a face to connect with, a voice to hear that's not full of shit. Because that's what we do here on Malan TV. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. And look, don't give me crap over the vegan thing. People argue over it like it's religion. You know, I'm just trying things out. I'm just a guy. I don't know the details and the science. I'm just trying things out to help myself. If you love it or hate it, that's fantastic. I would love to hear your opinion in the comments below. Negative, positive, things that you know that I may have wrong. Any of that. It'd be great to hear from you. Other than that, have a fantastic day. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other YouTube crap. And as always, I will see you in the future.